Hola, me llamo Jennifer. El país que les presento es Cuba. Está en el Mar Caribe y voy a hablar del arte, comida y bebidas y celebraciones de este país. Me interesa este país porque no me ha tocado conocer mucha gente de allí ni he escuchado a personas hablar sobre el país y sus tradiciones. Voy a primero empezar con la información general. Cuba is the largest island of the Caribbean. It is located in the northern Caribbean Sea. It is made up of 4,000 smaller islands that surround the country's coast. Its official language is Spanish, and it has a population of about 11.33 million people. Arte cubano. Cuban art is a cultural blend of African, European, and North American aesthetic influences. Popular Cuban art styles include vanguardia, modern primitivism, and naive art. La Fábrica de Arte Cubano is known as a cultural center in Havana, Cuba. I have two paintings. One is called La Jungla by Wilfredo Lam, which was made in 1943. And the second is called Fuego en el Batey by Mario Carreño, which was also made in 1943. And I will share a brief video which gives more details about La Fábrica de Arte Cubano and why it's so popular not only in Cuba but around the world as well.
Este lugar pasó de ser una antigua industria de aceite de cocina a un centro de la vida nocturna de La Habana, y según la revista Time, ahora esta ruidosa nave industrial es uno de los 100 mejores lugares del mundo en 2019. Para Time es la confluencia de los creadores más interesantes de la capital cubana en un solo espacio, lo que hace atractivo a esta suerte de laboratorio de emprendimientos. Su creador, el músico cubano X Alfonso, nos cuenta.
Desde que se abrió hace 5 años, ahora ha tenido una evolución como un lugar vivo que es, ¿no? Incluso empezó de espacio más reducido, empezaron los conciertos en salas pequeñas, con lo que había se empezó.
En un fin de semana cualquiera pueden contarse por miles los visitantes de la fábrica, que en sus 2 niveles tiene sitio para exposiciones de fotografía, diseño y arquitectura, salas de cine y teatro, pistas de baile, bares, un café y un restaurante de comida internacional, junto a espacios lounge donde ver y dejarse ver. Las muestras de arte contemporáneo de sus paredes de ladrillo son las preferidas de los Instagramers, y su programa, curado por especialistas y artistas de renombre en cada una de las manifestaciones, tiene algo para todos. Como era de esperarse, el noticionón de la inclusión de la Fábrica de Arte Cubano en la lista de los 100 mejores lugares del mundo fue recibido con júbilo en La Habana.
Todos estamos requete contentos y a la vez con más responsabilidades, ¿no? Porque a la vez que te ponen en los 100 mejores lugares del mundo, tienes que tratar de que sea uno de los 100 mejores lugares del mundo, ¿no?
Para mantener vivo y actual este proyecto que demanda tanto tiempo y sacrificio, la fábrica cierra cada 3 meses. La próxima apertura está prevista para octubre venidero, pausa que los artistas aprovechan para continuar sus carreras, y la gran nave para renovar espacios y exhibiciones.
Okay, so next, comida y bebidas. The Cuban cuisine is a blend of African, Spanish, and other Caribbean cuisines. Here I have 4 popular plates, which are arroz y frijoles negros, ropa vieja, sándwich cubano, and plátano maduro. 2 popular drinks are malta and a juice called guarapo. Celebraciones. So Cuban carnivals are the most popular celebrations throughout the whole island. You can expect to find los disfraces, la conga, las carrozas, música en vivo, bebidas y comida típica de Cuba. I will show another video about a carnaval in Cuba.
El carnaval de La Habana, precisamente. Aquí te vas a divertir.
Alright, so Producto, Práctica y Perspectivas. La Fábrica de Arte Cubano. The FAC is visited by locals and tourists. In the FAC, artists present their music and artwork for people to enjoy. The perspective is FAC is considered as a cultural center by those who visit. Comida y bebidas. Cuban food is influenced by several different cuisines, so Cubans can enjoy a variety of style of dishes. The perspective would be each Cuban dish holds a story from where it is originated and influenced from. The next product is carnavales. So carnavales are super popular all around the island, so it is something that it is practiced by anyone who wants to have a fun time. Cubans see the carnavales as a place to enjoy time with family and friends, as well as enjoy dances, vibrant costumes, and live music as a form of art. Some fun facts are that Cuban cigars are known to be the best in the world. The national game of Cuba is the game of dominoes. Something that is practiced on New Year's in Cuba is burning rag dolls, and Cuba is really known for its beautiful beaches. I will share one more video to basically sum up everything I said, and the video also shares a couple of more things about Cuba as well.
Hola, welcome, or bienvenidos. Today, I'm going to show you an island nation that's only 90 miles away from the United States, and yet worlds apart. It's my beautiful country of Cuba. Let's take a trip across land and time as we explore Cuba's geography and history together. We'll also explore the politics, economy, lifestyle, and residents of my fascinating country. Cuba is known for its natural beauty and varied landscapes. For example, we have 3 mountain ranges, along with flat and rolling lands, a lot of coastline, and some of the world's most beautiful beaches. Let's have a closer look at the different landscapes around our island. In all, there are about 11 million people living here in Cuba, roughly the same population as the state of Ohio. Just over 2 million live in Cuba's capital of Havana. This is about the same size as Houston, the 4th largest city in the US. It's also the largest urban area in the Caribbean. The city was built around a natural harbor, Havana Bay. At the entrance to the harbor, I'd like to point out El Morro Castle, a reminder of Cuba's dramatic past. It's one of the 3 protective fortresses built to defend the city, often against invading pirates from years past. Havana is well known for its colonial Spanish architecture, lively music clubs, narrow streets, and engaging residents. Many of these colonial buildings are painted in pastel colors, making it one of the most colorful cities in the Caribbean. The most fascinating section of the city is Old Habana, or Habana Vieja. This is where the original settlement was established and where many historic buildings still stand. Back in the 1980s, the government restored much of Old Habana, and it's now been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Another popular site in Havana and around the country are the many vintage American cars from the 1950s that are still running here in Cuba. Some even call Cuba the world's greatest car museum. You don't have to be a car enthusiast to enjoy seeing these classic designs with their dramatic tail fins and gleaming chrome. These are some of the last cars that were sold here when the US was still a trading partner. We Cubans have been very clever and creative about how to keep these old cars running. Now, I'd like to show you the picturesque city of Trinidad. Beautiful, isn't it? Back in the 1500s, it was a busy shipping port, especially as part of the trade route for goods like sugar. Its colonial history is reflected in the architecture around town. Since gasoline can often be scarce, it's common to see horse-drawn carts around town, since they don't require any gas to run. While most of us Cubans live in the cities, nearly 30% of the population lives in rural towns and villages. Cubans that live in the country often have houses made of simple materials like clay, mud bricks, or wood slats. We call them bohíos, and they often have roofs made from palm leaves, along with floors made from cement or dirt. All Cubans speak Spanish. This is the language of our country. Not everyone, though, is of Spanish ancestry. Some people have an ancestry that originated from the Cuban natives. Another lineage was created when natives and Spanish colonists started families with West Africans who had come to Cuba as slaves. Regardless of their heritage, there are a few things that all Cubans have in common. First, we are all quite well educated, especially by world standards. In Castro's vision of Cuba, education has been an important priority, and all Cubans must attend school at least until we are 14 years old. As a result, we have one of the highest literacy rates in the world, which means that nearly all of the population can both read and write. College is also free for Cubans, but not everyone has a choice about what they can study. Our music is a mix of West African rhythms and Spanish flamenco, which is combined to create a new sound that is distinctly Cuban. Maracas and other percussion instruments are often used to add layers of rhythm. I hope you've enjoyed our visit to Cuba and have learned a little about the history, beautiful landscapes, and vibrant culture of our country. Adios!
All right, and here is my works cited page. That was all for my presentation.